Revenge films.
My name is Emily. Just an ordinary student. I'm just a bit introverted though, and I used to be alone at school. My mother also used to be very sick, and she would be in and out of the hospital a lot. I knew she could just be back in the hospital any time. I would usually take care of the house chores. Hey Mom, are you doing all right? I'm sorry for all the trouble. I have an older brother, Kevin, but he does nothing to help. Even though he knows about Mom's condition, he just plays around. Not just that, he would steal my allowance and use up my money.
Hey, you're not gonna use that money anyways, aren't you? Give it to me!
I could never call him a good brother, and he was a chaotic mess in the house. My dad would yell at him every day, and the mood in our house was always terrible. My daily routine of going to school and doing the chores made me very busy. I never participated in any after-school activities. When my mom was hospitalized, I would also make trips to the hospital to check up on her. Soon, I was in my last year of high school. I thought to myself, moving on to university would be unrealistic, and I began job hunting. But, man, I can't seem to find a good job opportunity. As I only had a high school educational degree, I couldn't find a job post that fit my requirements. What should I do? As I continued to look for jobs, I learned that many people were taking up new work-from-home opportunities. If I could work from home, I wouldn't have to worry about my surroundings, and I can work around my family's schedule. I decided to prepare for my work-from-home chances to start learning programming. It was hard to balance things with my schoolwork and chores, but I worked hard. My dad, looking at how hard I was working, cheered me on and bought me a new laptop computer. Dad, thank you so much!
Good luck!
Like this, I was able to work from home as a programmer. As soon as I finished high school, it took a while getting used to things, but I got the hang of it. I was able to work more productively, and my pay rose a lot. I would work in my room, and when I was done for the day, I would use that time to do things I liked. People can mistake me for isolating myself from the world, but trust me, I was making a lot of money. However, because I was always cooped up in my room, I really couldn't find anywhere to spend money. So I used my salary to renovate parts of our house and for my mom's hospital fees. Hey Dad, I was thinking of renovating this house to make it more comfortable for Mom. What do you think?
That's great, but it'll cost a fortune.
It's okay, I'll pay too. Using the money I've been saving up, I renovated the house for my parents. My parents were really happy about this too. I wished my mom would get better after this, but unfortunately, she passed away when I turned 26. Mom. What's worse, the next year, my dad passed away after getting into a car accident, and my brother and I were left to take care of the house. This brother, continuing to not care for his family at all, kept thinking I was just in my own bedroom, not working. Oblivious to my hard work, he started scolding me.
Jeez, why don't you start working? Don't just mope around in the house.
What? I explained to him I was working from home, but he just didn't seem to understand. He scoffed. I bet you're just making pennies and made me do all of the house chores. He kept on yelling at me to get a job and get out of the house. But here's the big plot twist. This isn't even his house. I was appalled about how little he knew about his own family.
Hurry up and get a job, pack your things, and get out of this house!
Okay, fine. What are you gonna do, big brother?
Well, I'll keep living in this home. I'm the eldest in the house after all.
Listening to this nonsense, my anger was at its peak by now. I spent a month preparing for a plan I came up with. A new place to live, cleaning up my own belongings, and borrowing a shed. I was busy with my own work too. I didn't want to be around this stupid brother any longer.
Well, hey, you look busy recently. Are you finally in the mood to find a job?
Yeah, something like that.
Huh. Well, I guess Mom and Dad could finally get some rest up in heaven then.
Oh, by the way, what do you do for a job?
I'm a musician.
He says that, but I swear he's just a wannabe musician. I'm sure he's not making any money. Keeping my composure, I continued to move my plans forward behind his back. Soon, all that was left was to move out while he was gone. Then one day... Huh? Vacation?
Yeah, with my girlfriend. I won't be home for 2 days.
This is great, I thought to myself. When my stupid big brother was away, I packed all the things I had bought to my new place. I called for a cleaning company, threw away anything and everything that looked like trash, and I left the house the day before he came home. Everything settled. I started my new life and my new place. Just thinking about how I don't have to take care of my brother anymore, it felt so liberating. The next day, I received a very angry phone call from my brother.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
He said when he came home from his trip, the house was empty, and the water, gas, and electricity had been stopped. What are you talking about? Of course I stopped them. I was paying for all of it. What was he thinking? Who did he think was paying for these bills? He never paid for anything in the house, but he kept yelling and that I had no right to take everything. To that, I responded, "Nope, they're all mine."
You liar! You've been cooped up in your room doing nothing! There's no way you'd have that much money!
I then finally explained to him in detail what I did as a job, that I was working as a programmer. I had been saving up and how I had changed the ownership of the house to myself when we did the big renovation. Hearing this, my brother was mumbling, "There's no way," on the phone line. I almost laughed. Oh, by the way, I sold the land there, so I'm sure the wreckers will be there any minute.
What did you say? Hey, where the hell are you right now?
Of course I didn't tell him. If I did, I'm sure he would have come barging in and I did not want that to happen. I mean, I did get my new place in an area quite far away from home, so I was sure I wouldn't bump into him.
Hello, wreckers here. I received a call to demolish this house.
From the other side of the phone, I heard other people's voices, so I imagined the wreckers had arrived. To my brother, panicking and yelling, "What am I supposed to do from now on?" I said, "You're a musician, right? Why don't you move out too and get your own place with what you've earned?" He whined about how that's impossible, but it's on him that he's been playing around while nagging me to work. I couldn't care less about this brother, who's only been thinking and acting for himself, and never looked back on his family. Coldly, I let out my final words to him. I hope you can find a new place to live soon. Bye-bye!
You little... Hold on! Wait!
He was the most panicked when I said this, and I heard continuous yelling in the background. Sick of hearing his voice, I ended the call and blocked his number. To think I wouldn't have to bother dealing with this brother anymore. My body felt so light. Dad, Mom, look over me from heaven, Kay? I prayed to my parents towards the altar that I had brought from my old place. A few years later, I was building up my career as a freelance engineer. My monthly pay kept increasing, and I was getting more and more jobs. My brother, on the other hand, this isn't something I heard from him directly, but apparently he punched this poor wrecker staff and got arrested for inflicting injury. Honestly, it feels like karma came around to slap his ass, and I wanted to say, "In your face," to him. Oh, by the way, he tried to contact me a number of times, but I never met him afterwards. His girlfriend dumped him, and he's all alone.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.